folks, welcome to Kdog Goes to the Movies. We've been doing this series about my childhood favorites and talking about some of my favorite films when I was a kid and just showing them. Well, we just had the presidential election, or not the, let me back up here. We just had the presidential debate for 2020 against Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And dare I say that neither one of them really won the debate. It was just really, it was not a debate, it was a fight. Verbal fight. And now the president is in the hospital with testing positive for COVID-19. But the reason why is because tonight's film, or today's film, however you are watching this, it sparked a huge argument between two very famous film critics. And it was notoriously known, they were notoriously known for this argument. And what am I talking about? A family film nonetheless. Benji the Hunted from 1987. Yes, this sparked a huge argument between a couple of huge film critics at the time. We'll talk about that later when we come back after the film. Matter of fact, I may even play a little bit of that review where they did this argument. The film itself was released in 1987 from Walt Disney Pictures. Of course, Benji has been in the cinema since 1974, and with his own film, but he has also been in various other movies and things like that. His director, Joe Camp, mostly behind the camera, including this film. And this is definitely what you'll see here is a film that's very different in nature. It's rated G. It has nothing in it to be offensive whatsoever. And matter of fact, there's hardly any spoken words in this film. It's mostly, I'm gonna say, if it was written on screenplay form in terms of dialogue, there's probably 2 pages worth of dialogue, and that is it. The rest of the script will be Benji doing this, Benji doing that, Benji doing do, and so on and so forth. The film runs about 90 minutes, so dim the lights, grab your snacks, grab the family around, because this is definitely a family film, and you'll see why. Cute, cuddly animals. Yeah, so Benji the Hunted from Walt Disney Pictures in 1987. Let's roll it. Oh, and by the way, this film is on Disney Plus, and so fire up your Disney Plus and let's watch Benji the Hunted.
From deep in the hostile wilderness, Walt Disney Pictures presents an incredible motion picture adventure. Benji the Hunted. Lost and alone, a courageous dog must fight for survival and for the lives of 4 cougar cubs. It's a story of courage and heroism, of heart-pounding suspense, and heartwarming tenderness. Now, Walt Disney Pictures invites you to share the excitement, the triumph, and the pure fun as Benji, the canine superstar, leaps into action. There's no better time than now to experience the unbelievable magic of Walt Disney Pictures' all-new adventure epic, Benji, the Hunted.
So that was Benji the Hunted from 1987. I gotta hand it to you, I've forgotten what this whole movie was really about. I had seen it multiple times when I was a little kid, but I had not watched it recently in recent years. As a matter of fact, how I watched it was through my old VHS copy, which I've had forever, just never played it that often. Yeah, but we used to rent it quite regularly when I was a little kid. And I completely forgotten what actually took place in the movie. I knew it was about Benji the dog protecting these four cougar cubs from, you know, various things that want to hunt them and kill them. And of course, the mother being shot and killed by the hunter, and of course Benji stepping in and trying to find these cougar cubs a new mother, and of course almost being eaten himself by various other forms of predatory animals such as a wolf, a bear, and the hunt. The hunter himself is not out for Benji, but he's out to get the reward from him, because in the story, there's a story within the story is that they were filming a movie with Benji, and matter of fact had a cameo from Benji's owner and trainer, Frank N. It's basically saying that they were on a boat and the boat tipped over, and the Frank was able to be saved, but Benji was not, and so Benji ends up on this in the middle of the Oregon forest, and of course you see the helicopters flying by, and they're constantly looking for the dog. Like I said, not too much dialogue is in this film. Maybe a couple pages of dialogue. Like I said, Frank N., Benji's owner and trainer, is in it. Can't remember offhand the actress who plays the news reporter. Yeah, and Red Steagall is playing the hunter. Red Steagall was a fairly well-known country and western singer from back in the 70s and 80s, and also an actor. He was in various films throughout the 70s and 80s, and so he was cast as the hunter. Now, like I said, this film sparked a huge argument between two well-known critics, Siskel and Ebert. This is just crazy because this film is so innocent. It has cute and cuddly scenes, with Benji and the cougar cubs, and that's about it. And it has a little bit of suspense. It has a few jump scare moments for little kids, what would be in it, but there was nothing really too controversial in this film. Rated G for Pete's sake. And like I said, only maybe a couple pages of dialogue, and this was... Matter of fact, I'm just going to play just a little bit of the whole thing. I'm not going to put the actual clips from the film that they show, but I'm going to show you what Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert had to say about this.
I wish there had been more, aren't they cute shots like this one of the kitties crossing a creek. After a while, with Benji being chased and attacked so often, saving the cubs so often, Benji the dog and Benji the movie, Benji the Hunted, exhausted me. This is the first time I wanted to tell a dog to slow down and stop to smell the flowers. I can't recommend Benji the Hunted.
Well, there is a little suspense in the movie. Like, for example, will Benji be able to protect those cougar cubs until they get big enough to eat him? But I don't know, Gene. Your review is the typical sort of blasé, sophisticated, cynical review.
I'll take the word sophisticated.
I would expect from an adult. This movie is not for adults. This movie is for children. I can remember what it was like to be 6 years old, 8 years old, to see a movie that's 90 minutes long, only has about 100 words of dialogue. It's about a dog in the wilderness, beautiful photography, those cute little cougar cubs, which you mentioned, the magnificence of the other animals, the adventures, the little kittens crossing the stream, the very shot you pointed out. This movie is a movie that kids would really enjoy.
You know what they should say? Roger, my rebuttal of this film is you're wrapping yourself in the flag of children, and I'm saying go see The Black Stallion instead. There's a film with little dialogue, so much better.
I'm not wrapping myself in the flag of children. You're wrapping yourself in the flag of the sophisticated film critic who's seen it all.
No, boredom with Benji running.
I don't think that any child is going to be bored by this movie, and indeed, I found the nature photography to be very interesting myself.
I recommend film for kids that are good. The Black Stallion is a great film. This is garbage.
I recommend films for kids that are bad, but I'll tell you what, whether it's good or bad, I think kids will really enjoy it.
And man, oh man, did they just come out swinging with insults in that review. That's just crazy. But this is what makes the film so, I guess, legendary in its status, is that it sparked this huge fight between two well-respected film critics. One hated it, but one loved it, and just gee whiz. But yeah, it's, as myself, I think it's a wonderfully made movie. There is a plot to it. You know, there is suspense for, to keep you hooked into it. But the film, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. What in the world was Gene Siskel looking for? But yeah, he was bored by the movie. You can't be bored by this movie. You're wondering if Benji's going to be able to save these cubs. As a matter of fact, you just saw the film. One of the cubs gets taken. I completely forgot about that. One of the cubs is taken by a hawk. Swooped down and picked right up. It's just, yeah, I mean, boring? What's the matter with you, Gene? You know you're dead. But yeah, today was Benji the Hunted. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have over the years. And do continue to share it with your family. It's just, there's nothing bad in it. It's good, decent, family-friendly entertainment. So, next time, it'll be a surprise. So I'm just going to go with it, and whatever turns up I show, it'll be another childhood favorite. So from me to you, see you later.